first thing you should do is I wanted to have you draw this on your cover because I noticed it was nowhere in the packet. And so there's questions basically right away from the beginning on these topics. And rather than me explaining along the way what the different things are, there are 4 main types of graphs that we use. And during your survey project, you're going to have to use these. So I thought it would be smart for me to put a display of each one and say how they're used underneath. And if you can't read something, let me know, because I kind of wrote it down in a hurry this morning. I suppose I could be nice and like actually use text instead of trying to write on there, but whatever. I wrote it all down too. It only took me a couple minutes this morning. Yes, I know it is annoying to write it down. Everything else is printed for you in the packet. Should I pull out a back in my day, sorry, you know, like?
No.
Oh, okay. There was no such thing as packets, like you had to write everything down. You just had a notebook, and then you had to write everything down yourself. I'm making it too easy for you. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys have done all of these before. Would it help if I shut off a lighter or something?
Yeah.
Claire, not you. You're in the spot where you can see everything. Guess I was thinking more, is there glare for anybody? Anything up there you can't read, let me know. I'll read it out for you. I mean, I was pretty impressed with myself. I even made this colorful. Emily, ahead of time, how should we call on people today? Should we do dice? Should we do the bingo roller? Call on people, whatever. Okay, so just call on people, random numbers. Okay, good. Which number are you going to pick first, even before anybody knows what I'm asking?
21.
21. Is that one somewhere here? I think that's 3. Oh, you just didn't want to volunteer that, I see, I see. That's okay, Valerie, it's a very easy question. Now, if you don't have this finished, I can also just put it back up later in the hour too. While you are drawing the different graphs, those first 3 graphs I purposely have the bars separated on the bar graph and line graph. Oh my God. Let's pretend I did not do that. I purposely have them separated on the bar graph, but on the histograph they are touching. And they're supposed to be. So a bar graph, you're counting up individual items, and they're not supposed to touch. But on the histogram, they are supposed to touch because you're counting up groups, and they traditionally refer to those as intervals. So like say 0 to 9 and then 10 to 19. Well, the items touch each other because they are continuing. I have no idea what I was doing for the line graph. Some of you here has to know what a line graph looks like, right? It's lines, yes. I apparently was just copying the bar graph for some reason. You can have the line going from the origin if you wish. They don't always. But a line graph is lines.
Wait, so does a line graph also display a count of individual items?
That is exactly what I was going to point out.
Oh.
Is a line graph and a bar graph are pretty much exact same thing. But one just shows it as a bar and the other shows it as a line. So a line graph and a bar graph can be used interchangeably. You're counting up individual things. Histogram, you're counting up groups of things. And then a circle graph is completely different because it does not count anything, it shows you a percentage of things. I would say a bar graph and a circle graph are probably the two most common graphs you ever see anywhere. Wow, look at that. She's gonna owe you. Okay, so I'll put this back up if you guys want it back up. But let's kind of move on. Who do we, oh, Valerie. Valerie, do you use social media?
Yes.
Which one's your favorite?
Instagram.
Okay, that is the first one we will write down. Insta. We are not gonna put a whole bunch of them, even though this box has a whole bunch of them. Okay. In here, who uses Insta? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my God. A tally is if I were to have everybody come up here and write down a little mark if they use Instagram. Those are tally marks. So you do this if you walk around and ask people one by one which social media they use. So I asked everybody at the same time, so I didn't need to do that. But that's what a tally is. Okay? Valerie, who's going next? Do you use social media at all? I was wondering that since you didn't raise your hand for the previous one. Good for you. Choose the next person. Is that the empty one?
No, that's 20.
Who's 30? Scarlett? Another social media. TikTok, okay? Did I spell that right? Okay, who in here uses TikTok? There's gonna be a lot to count. Okay, Snap, do anybody, is that still a, I'm assuming that's still used? Oh, okay. Who uses Snap? Does everybody here just use like 8 of them or something? You don't have no time to switch between everything. Is there other ones? Twitter, X, something like that? Does that count? Oh, is that like 0? Okay. Should I even ask Facebook, or is that just for old people only? What else is there? Oh, okay.
I have seen,
What'd you say?
nothing.
Oh,
Like what?
anybody here use Pinterest? Oh, way more than I thought. All right, 1, 2, 3. I thought Pinterest was like just putting things you like up on a board or something. No? Oh, yes, yes. Okay. But like you don't talk to other people on there, do you? Isn't that what social media is? I'll count it just because you guys think it is, but to me that's not one. Hi. Oh, you missed all the social media stuff.
Oh, you are?
Yes, you
Thank
are.
you.
Okay, let's just go with that. So that seems like a good sample for right now. Right underneath that table is where you needed your Chromebooks for. So there was a website to go to. It was statsmedic.com/applets. And it looks, well, it looks not fake, but it looks old. This is what it looks like. It looks like, thank you. It looks like they shortened up the website to staplet.com. 2 P's. stapplet.com. It's blocked? Wait, yours worked? Which one did you type in? So it works if you type in staplet.com, I guess. That is crazy. Why would the other one be blocked? It's from Mathematic. If you can read the top up here, it is stapplet.com. Staplet. Weird. It is ST-applet. Ooh, I suppose I could say it's ST-apple T. All right, you need to click on the very top one that says one categorical variable single group. When you click on that, it's going to have like a blank table that we're going to type in what we just put in. What was the first? Insta? 22? 23. TikTok? $22, Pinterest 10. You have to click this little plus if you want to add more than 2. You're fine. You're fine. If you're just catching up, it's not a big deal. When you type all 4 of them in, type begin analysis. Okay, now if I remember correctly into the notes, it wants you to put a little sketch of the bar graph and pie graph. Is that correct? Okay, So here's the bar graph that it created for us. You don't have to make a nice graph. What you should do is just make a graph with these 4 categories. And then under the frequency, you can go by whatever you would like. You don't have to go by 2s like this one. So put a sketch on the left-hand side of your paper, under where it says, put a sketch of the line graph, bar graph. Now, the nice thing for today, even though the downside is we have got a lot of notes to write down, we're not going to have any kind of homework. So there's pluses, there's usually silver linings. Once you get your, should I put the bar chart back up? I didn't realize some of you don't have your computer. You're the only one that doesn't have your computer. There you go. I'll forgive you because you were writing 2 notes. So I don't know how much space you have, depending on how big you draw. What I would like you guys to do is have the bar chart in the middle, between the bar chart and the pie graph. I would like you to write down this little table on the bottom that has the frequency and percentage, because that's basically what we're going to start with tomorrow. So in a second, I'll change it to the pie chart if you would like. Otherwise, most everybody has it open on their own. Just click where it says bar chart and change it to pie chart. But the table at the very bottom will stay. Who was the last person we called on? Scarlett? Okay. Is there somebody you want to call on? Are we going to pretend to be random and call on the person next to you? Nothing? Oh.
Yeah,
28? Is that? That's not 28, is it? Oh. On the very bottom chart, let's pick Pinterest where it says 13.2%. How did we get 13.2%? This was kind of a tough question, so if you don't know it, it's okay. Because it's been a while since we did this. Landon, you can help Reese out too.
It's only, like, how do you get the number?
How did we get 13.2%? How did we calculate and figure that out? Do you remember that?
Okay, so, out of 76, 10 is only 13.2%.
I think you said it correct. Say it again.
Out of 76, 10 is only 13.2%.
So you did 10 divided by 76.
Yeah.
Perfect. So to figure out the percentage, you have to add up how many things were answered total. And that's where the total at the bottom says 76. And if we want to know how many of the answers that Pinterest was, we would take the 10 that was total divided by the 76 of all of them. And that's where the 13.2% came from. Because that's the type of calculations we're going to have to do on our own once we get to the survey project. And we'll be doing a lot more of this, so it's not like you need to write down how to get that answer and things. I'm just kind of trying to refresh your brain. Nice job, though. Does anybody need me to put the pie chart up? Yes. Okay, there you go. There's the pie chart. The reason I was bringing up the percents at the bottom is because this pie chart does not, you have to click on it to show the percents. But the percents are down here, so. Because on a pie chart, that's how you decide how big to make the piece. And then Titus, what you probably need to do is kind of figure out how you want to catch up, get help, whatever it be, and when you want to take your test, otherwise it'll just get pushed out forever. Is there a certain date that you think you could take it by right now? By like next Tuesday or something? Oh, you definitely can do it tomorrow. Yep. Okay. Maybe I'll have you take it while everybody else is going through their answers and stuff. Okay, so I will stop here because we're going to start tomorrow with the work from this, and we'll talk about it. We're not going to fly through this packet. Like we have plenty of time. Mr. Caponegri and I do a pretty good job of trying to pace out the whole year, so we don't need to rush through things generally. And a lot of these you've seen before, you just probably don't remember most of the details. So our job is to try to ingrain them into your brain.